Hello, our lovely viewers out there. It's another beautiful Friday on the RLM show. We are coming to you live from the First Baptist Multimedia, located at Alquetia Line, off Atta Commander Street. Please, if you have not yet joined us, join us on Facebook at Baptist Ghana and on YouTube, the First Baptist Church, Alquetia Line. This is your humble and beautiful host, Ola Christiana. Simply call me Ola Stania. Meet me everywhere, say the RLM show, and I'll respond, love is sweet. Today, our topic is family planning and childbearing. Family planning and childbearing. And I'm not here to do it alone. I'm here with my beautiful mommies, my beautiful aunties. In fact, they are professionals, they are literate, and they are married women. So they know whatever we are going to talk about today. They have upper hand in it. So please, relax and enjoy the show today. The first person here is my own mommy, Mrs. Alamu. Mommy Joyce, that's what we all call her. Welcome, Mommy Joyce, to the show today.
Thank you very much.
And I have my own senior in marriage. She's my senior in our husband's house. Yes. Because we are from the same family. We are married from the same compound. And she's my sister as well. My sister. Together with her, we married from the same house. She's Mrs. Remilekun. Oh, Yole, Adeniran. We are all Nirans. Welcome, my mommy.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
I hope you are all prepared very well for today's show.
Yes.
Okay, we don't want to waste much time today. So I'm beginning with my auntie. Please, what is family planning?
Thank you very much. And good evening to our viewers at home. And thank you for joining us. When we say family planning, just as the name sounds, or if you want to break the names into the syllables of the names, family and planning. That is planning our family. We need no long dictionary or Oxford dictionary to explain the word planning.
Okay.
When we say plan,
Okay.
to plan is to, there's normally a saying that if you fail to plan,
You plan to
you
fail.
are planning to fail.
Okay.
So that means in our family, if we don't plan our families, we are going to fail in our family. We will not fail in Jesus' name.
Amen.
This means that family planning is just a way to plan our families. And how do we plan our families? For instance, before I go to the technicals or to the medical side, let me take it on a lighter note. In our homes, whether married or unmarried, whether you're a student in the school, we all somehow manage or plan how to do our things. We plan, I'll go to class at 6 a.m., I'll wake up, so if I have to be in class by 8 a.m., that means I have to wake up at 6 a.m., so we plan our lives.
Yeah.
Everybody in life, there's nobody in life who doesn't plan his or her life. We all do plan our lives one way or the other. So by planning our lives, that means we are controlling some things that we shouldn't do and the things that we should do. And emphasize on some areas. So when we say family planning, like I initially said, we are planning our family. What are we supposed to do?
Okay.
What are we not supposed to do in planning? Like if you want to plan, like as a manager. So if you want to plan, you're a manager. So what do you have to do? You have to, with the limited resources that you have to know how to use your limited resources effectively to your own benefit.
Okay.
So when it comes to family planning, the main technical word for family planning, it is planning our birth.
Okay.
And spacing our birth.
Okay.
That is the number of children we want to have as a family or as couples. We will have to decide on that. We are not just there, we are just giving birth. No, we plan it. So family planning is basically two things. Spacing, that is, you are spacing your birth. After having your first baby, you have to space it. Because if you don't space it, the natural or the normal process after your first baby, it's just like you return to the next cycle. That's what I call our the menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
You're going to return to your next cycle. So if you don't space it, that means definitely if you are the type who menstruates after the next delivery, like right after your delivery, then that means there's a possibility or the chances for you becoming pregnant is high.
Okay.
So if you become pregnant just maybe a month or 2 months after having your baby, then what have you done?
Good.
So that's the reason why you are spacing your birth. So when you do family planning, you are spacing birth. And then the other side of family planning is to prevent pregnancy.
Okay.
For instance, a student or any other person who is unmarried, you are not yet ready for pregnancy. So you are preventing pregnancy one way or the other. That is also family planning.
Wow. Thank you so much, my mommy, my auntie. I forgot to add, she's a lecturer, a midwife. In fact, she's a boss in this topic. And so please, don't worry when you hear some technical words. She will explain them to us. Don't worry. Mrs. Alavu, is it important to do family planning?
Yes, in my own opinion, because of unwanted pregnancy.
Okay.
And the second one, the health problem. Okay. And the third one, financial problems.
Okay.
The first one is unwanted pregnancy. It's just like between couple, you've already have the agreement between each other that we are going to give birth to 2 children or 3 children. But unfortunately, some people, they will get pregnant again. When the people ask them, they will tell them, oh, it's by mistake. So this one is not the matter of mistake again. They have given us the opportunity to save our marriage and everything because of the unwanted pregnancy. And the second one is health problems. Like a woman, she has the first one that she gave birth to was the operation, and the second one is also operation. Because of her health, the doctor will advise her to do something about it. So she has to do family planning so that she will not conceive again. And the third one, financial problems, means that in the house there is nothing like money. You know, when we are going to the market now, the things has been changed. The rates that we are bought things now is now changing. So we have to do it. And it's very important for us because when we look at it, the money that we are spending on the children nowadays is more plenty. Because for you to buy clothes, shoes, and everything, you have to satisfy your home in everything. So it's very, very important and for us to do family planning. That is my own idea.
Wow. So for those of us out there who are saying, oh, me, I'll not do family planning, you have to do it. For us to space our children, for us to be able to cater very well for our children, we have to do this family planning. Thank you so much. My third question will go to our doctor. Yes, to me, she's a doctor. My doctor. Please, why must we do family planning in marriage? Why must we do family planning?
Thank you very much. We must do family planning in marriage for so many reasons.
Okay.
Just as my sister has already tabulated. For financial reasons, because of our health statuses, and many others. Because of our time, I don't think we'll be able to delve into it. To realize that after giving birth, the body, the human body, or the woman reproductive system is like, I personally relate it to like a vehicle.
Okay.
When a vehicle goes on a road or travels or goes on a journey and it comes back or reaches its destination. It is required that that vehicle is made to rest, visit the magazine or visit the fitting shop, so that definitely there might be some wear and tear after that journey, so that the car is put in shape, the car is made to rest. So as a woman or per our reproductive system, after delivery, we are supposed to let our body system rest and undergo a resting period so that we will regain all our lost energies. All the wears and tears will also retain them, so that when we are going for another or the second pregnancy, they will be fully ready What happens when a car does not attend a mechanic, see a mechanic, or does not go for fitting for checkup before it goes on another journey? You realize that the accidents is caused, cars like this end up getting accidents.
Yeah.
So in the human body too, if you do not rest the body, or you quickly after a first pregnancy and fall into another pregnancy, you get accident. And this accident we get, you might say, oh, what kind of the accident we get in the reproductive tract is miscarriages. You realize that your body was not ready. It hasn't recovered. That, and you are putting in another load or another work for it to do, so it will miscarry. So I think to answer your question, like my sister has already expatiated, this and so many reasons are the reason why we need family planning in our marriages.
Wow. We are really learning more. In fact, women, our body is not, we are strong, but after birth, you are not like you used to be when you have not given birth. And so if you rush into giving birth, please, you yourself, you won't be fit, you won't be strong. So it's good, as our doctor and as our mommy has said, that we space and plan the childbearing. Mommy, this question is for you. Like, do we have, let me start like this. There are some people when they marry, they say, we just married, so we are giving ourselves 5 years to enjoy ourselves before we give birth. Do we have a specific time that you have to start doing family planning? I'll still come back to you with the same question. So, do you have a specific time, pay? Or yeah, this time is when I'm start, or right from the onset, you have to start doing family planning.
Yes. The question that you're asking me, that when we marry and we want to enjoy ourselves for 5 years, we have to start for the beginning, because we've already said that we are going to enjoy ourselves for 5 years before we conceive. So we have to start from the beginning, because if you don't do it in time, before you realize it, you've already been pregnant. So it's for us to start for the beginning. So you have to prevent yourself not to be pregnant, because there is an agreement between you and your husband that you want to enjoy yourself for 5 years. So you have to start for the beginning.
From the onset.
Yes.
Okay. My doctor, the same question. When is the appropriate time to start family planning in marriage?
It depends. It depends on the couple.
Okay.
Since marriage is an agreement, it's a mutual understanding. If the two of you agree to enjoy each other, like my sister rightly said, for a year, 2 or 5 years before you start childbearing, that means you have to plan you have to do what we call family planning. That is, you have to have a protection, because by the natural way how God did it, if you should have intercourse with your husband unprotected, you will get pregnant. So this is where family planning comes in. So if you really want to space your birth, or you say, oh, we are not ready for family planning, it's a mutual understanding between the two of you. So if you agree, fine, then you wait. But if you do not, if you agree, there will be a comma to that one. Then you have to consider your age.
Okay.
You got married at 45, 40, or maybe 40 plus. Then you tell us, or you tell me you want to enjoy marriage for 5 years. Then my sister, before you know it, you're 45.
Menopause.
You've entered menopause. So is it for 45 they are not going to give birth? So that's why I said it will depend on individual. So if you think you married at 18 and you think you are too young for children now, but you want to enjoy each other, or for some reasons, maybe the lady in question is going to school, or the husband is also going to school, fine, pay your age. So you have that grace. So in 5 years' time, or maybe in 3 years' time, the lady will be 20-something, so when she comes back, then it's fine, she's good to go. But if you consider the fact that you are almost 30, you are in your late 30s, or you are 40, 40-something, then you tell me you want to enjoy marriage for how many years? By the time you come back, hello, my sister, then menopause is knocking on your door. Then you have nothing to do. So it will depend on, like I said, mutual understanding. Then you consider you check yourself before you conclude that. So, but it's not mandatory that, oh, you have to give birth before you do family planning. No, it's a mutual understanding. If you decide you want to do family planning before you have your first child, fine. But if you want to have your children, maybe your first baby, then you do family planning too. That one too is allowed. There's no time for family planning. Anytime you're ready, family planning is ready. It's also
so there is no time There is no appropriate time to start. From the onset, if you so wish and you agree with your partner, you can start planning. You can start doing the family planning. And if your age is far gone, please don't try it as early as that. You can give birth fast and then do the family planning after the birth. But if you are so young, oh, you can enjoy your marriage 5 years, 10 years before you plan giving birth. But do it with consciousness. Abby? Yes. Okay. Mommy Joyce, does God support family planning? And is it right for a Christian to do family planning?
Okay. Nobody knows whether God supports family planning or not. Because in Genesis 1:28 says, we should be fruitful and multiply and dominate. So God has given us power over everything in this world. But in my own opinion is that we have to plan whether we like it or not. God has given us power. Yes. But I want to use my hand as an example. The hands, the finger, they are not equal. We are not the same thing.
Yeah.
What this one can do, this one cannot do it. And when we look at this long arm, what this long one can do, all the four cannot do it because it's long. So you have to look at yourself. God has given you power, right? God has given human being a power to overrule and control the power and dominion everything. But we have to plan for ourselves. In marriage. Now, when you married, you talk to your couple, your wife or your husband. Oh, dear, in my own opinion, I don't have power to take care of 2 children or 3 or 4. Please, pardon me, let's give birth to 3. So it will be an agreement between all of us.
Yeah.
So after that one, when you give birth to 3, you have to go and do the family planning. But as for me, I cannot say God is supporting a family plan or not.
Okay. So she gave us a Bible quotation. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. God says we should give birth, we should replenish, we should multiply. But that doesn't mean we should keep on giving birth like that. Use your to plan it. Yes, I don't want to talk much. I'll put the same question to my doctor. Is family planning good for a Christian?
Yes, family planning is good for everybody.
Others say that if you do family planning, you are going to hell.
No. By which biblical backing?
Okay.
In which chapter or which book of the Bible stated that? That if you do family planning, you are going to hell? No, I don't think there is.
Okay.
I don't think there is. So realize that when we talk about family planning, actually, per how God created the human body, the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system, God gave us ovaries as women,
Okay.
and God gave the men sperms.
So,
And per the natural law of reproduction,
nature.
we women have to go through what we call a menstrual cycle, meaning it's a cycle.
Okay.
It doesn't end. It's a chain. It doesn't break. It's a cycle, like a circle. It doesn't break. So, or it's like a baton, whereby each one gives the baton to each other. And it doesn't end or it doesn't break. So, when it's time for you to ovulate, so let's say the baton is given to ovulation and it does its work.
Yeah.
Then the baton is given to when you are no more ovulating, this time you are menstruating, then you menstruate. Then when you are not menstruating, then you are preparing to
Ovulate.
ovulate. Then you pass the baton to the ovulation to that it work. So that is the menstrual cycle I'm talking about. So this cycle goes on in a woman every blessed month. We do this every blessed month. That means every month of the year, from January to December, which is 12 months, you can get pregnant.
Wow.
Yes, in the natural, how our productive system is. So if this is the case, that means we women can get pregnant at any time. That's all things being equal.
Being equal.
If you don't have any problem anyway. You get pregnant. So what do we do? So this is how family planning comes in. So because if we don't do something to protect ourselves or to prevent us from getting pregnant, per the natural law, we will get pregnant. Once a sperm sees an egg, or once the sperm goes into you and it sees an egg, which is the ovaries, there will be fertilization and there will be pregnancy. So that is how family planning comes in. So what do we do to prevent us from getting pregnant? Nobody is saying nobody should not get pregnant. But like I rightly said, maybe as a student you are not ready. As a married woman, you are not. You've had one, you've had two. You want to space your bed, so you have time for your children, and you have time for other things for yourself. So you have to space, because if you don't space, like I said, it's a cycle. We menstruate every month. We ovulate every month. That means if, like somebody rightly said, oh, so every month we abort, if you want to put it that way. Menstruation is like a disappointed ovary who didn't see sperm.
Yeah.
That is menstruation. So then with this natural thing, that means we have to get pregnant every month. So this is how family planning comes in. And there are so many, I don't know if my post will be coming. Let me answer that question later.
The types of, we will go there. Yes.
So then we hold on that.
Yes, before we go to the types of family planning, let's appreciate the sponsorship of these lovely people. They have always been there, sponsoring us and supporting us financially. We have Addy's Kitchen. Addy's Kitchen. They deal in very delicious and affordable cakes. All pastries, anything pastry, contact Addy's Kitchen. Anything local and continental dish, contact Addy's Kitchen. For that special birthday, engagement, and wedding, contact Addy's Kitchen, and they will give you a very memorable one. Call them on 0242 322 754. 0242 322 754. We always drink water. Water is life, and drink is sweet. Lisbon Ventures is always ready to give you that quality water, quality and authentic water that has been approved by the FDA. Lisbon Ventures will give you all that water. They are located at Alaba. You can call them on 0242 322 140. 0242 322 140. We cannot forget Solomon at 4 Enterprise. Solomon at 4 Enterprise. They deal in all sewing accessories and mobile money. Anything sewing accessory, contact Solomon at 4 Enterprise. Anything mobile money, contact Solomon at 4 Enterprise. You can call them on 0244 20266. 0244 20266. Call them for all your sewing accessories and mobile money. Noah Enterprise. Noah Enterprise. For all your quality phone accessories, for that quality pen drive, memory card, batteries, all being equal and quality, contact them at both wholesale and retail prices. 0262 615969. Thank you, and we are still back on our show, the RLM show. We respond, love is sweet. So I want my guests to respond. RLM show,
love is sweet.
RLM show,
Love is sweet.
We are still treating the topic, family planning and childbearing in marriage. We made to understand that in as much as God has access to be fruitful and multiply, you have to plan the number of children you want to give birth to. You have to plan and space on the childbearing so that you, the woman, your health won't be at risk. You can have enough money or plan very well for the upbringing of our children. Now we are going back to my doctor with the next question. Do we have types of family planning? And we want to know each and every family planning method.
Okay. Thank you very much. There are types of family planning.
Okay.
Many of them.
Wow.
So we don't have time. Because of time, so I'll quickly
Like
I'll quickly run us through the types
of
quickly. But I want us to appreciate something. I know when it comes to family planning, there are so many myths and misconceptions about family planning. Those who have used it, the way they would say or talk about family planning will deter others from engaging or going to do it. So I tried to bring some of the family planning items so we see it ourselves. So it doesn't look so just as people portray it to be. So when it comes to family planning, we all, one way or the other, do family planning.
Okay.
I tell you, yes. We all, one way or the other, do family planning. You ask me why. Normally, we always think the perception is that those who actually attend the family planning clinic or those who come to the hospitals to take the family planning method, they are rather doing family planning. No. We call those methods contraceptives.
Okay.
That is, it's contrary to conception. Those methods, those who come to the hospital and take the family planning method, which I will show us, they are called contraceptives. That is, those methods are contrary to conception. No, conception is conceiving.
Okay.
So those methods are contrary to conception. And contraceptives are under family planning, which is a broad topic. So like I initially said, we all one way or the other do family planning because there are some things we do consciously and unconsciously. By that, we are doing family planning, we don't know. Okay. I'll tell us why. So the first family planning method we all do and we don't think we are doing family planning is what we call the natural method.
Okay.
I will start, there are so many of them. Then maybe the common ones are the calendar method.
Calendar.
You are there as a woman, like I initially talked about a menstrual cycle. You are there, you check, oh, okay, I ovulated and I menstruated today. Yes. Or maybe this week. So next 2 weeks. I told you it's monthly. So let's say we have 4 weeks in a month. So you ovulate this week, or you menstruate today or this week. Let's say 5 days, 3 days. So let's say this week. So that means next 2 weeks you'll be ovulating. It's likely you ovulate. Yes, averagely. Okay. If you should take 100 women, majority of them, we have the normal monthly cycle, which is 28 days. And we have others whose own are beyond 28 days. But majority of women fall within the 28 days. So I'll use the 28 days. So 28 days, which means you menstruate this week or today. In 2 weeks' time, that is, if today is 1st March, 1st April, 1st whatever. In 2 weeks' time, which is 14th, you ovulate. Ovulate, okay. So when you ovulate... Let me get this clear. So it doesn't mean like the last day I menstruate, no. From the first day, then you count 14 days. 14 days, yes. Okay. So you ovulate on the 14th day. Okay. So the day you ovulate is the day you have released your egg. Okay. As a woman, you release that egg. So it is between that time that when you have sex with a man, I won't say husband because sex doesn't happen between only even though as a Christian I'm not encouraging that, but let's face the reality. So let me use man. So when sex happens between a man and a woman, and the man releases sperm into the woman, the sperm will go and fertilize the egg that the woman has released. And that is what we call the ovulation. Okay. So during that time, so not unconsciously as women, you all do check this thing. Yes. And say, hey, I'm in my fertile period. Hey, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. The safe period, yes. These things are family planning. Okay. One way or the other, we're also planning it. Yeah, doing why didn't you just not leave do everything? It raw. So once we are consciously doing something, you're also planning, you are doing family planning. Okay. So in that is in medical terms, we term that we've met the natural method. There's so many of them. We have the calendar method, the symptom based, whereby some people when you go and bath and you see some slimy substance from the private parts. Yeah. See, when you open your fingers, it's slimy like this. So that is the time you're ovulating. So use this thing to check whether you're ovulating. So if it's for somebody who wants pregnancy, this is the time they have sex. The best time. And for somebody who doesn't want pregnancy, this is the time to avoid sex or run away from sex. Okay. So by doing all these things, you're also checking you're also family planning. Doing family planning. So these are many even the withdrawal method. The coitus interruptus. What we all biblically know the Bible was against. That is whereby when the husband or the man is ready to release, instead of releasing into the woman, he pulls out and release outside. Not the coitus interruptus or the withdrawal. You're also doing family plan. Some people do this and they think, oh, for me, no. You're also doing family plan because the mere reason why, for the fact that you don't release into your woman, and you release outside.
Outside.
You have also done family planning.
Good.
Because you have prevented pregnancy from happening. So
Good.
that is family planning.
Okay.
This is many other, one of the other natural one I think is lamb. That is what we call the lactational amenorrhea. When women we deliver,
Okay.
realize that some people unconscious or conscious, they realize when they finish delivering, when they are breastfeeding, they do not ovulate or they do not menstruate. Yes, there are some people like that, and they've given birth to. I'm very sure our viewers are nodding their idea to what I'm saying. They will deliver, or they give birth to 4 or more children, and this is how this is how their system is. Okay. When they deliver, their menses will not come until 2 or 3 years when they have stopped breastfeeding their babies.
Wow.
Yes, this is how some people used to
do their family planning.
And it's a way of family planning.
Okay.
Yes, you might not be you're introducing something into your system, but you are using the natural means to plan your family. Okay. So because of our time, like I said, let me quickly leave that when it comes to the other method. So that is the natural method. That's why I said, one way or the other, we all do plan our family. Or like we all do family planning, but we don't do it consciously, like others who consciously go to the hospital and take medicine. Take it. Then when it comes to the other ones, like the other branch, which is the contraceptives, those who come to the hospital and take something to prevent their pregnancy. We have the hormonal ones, and we have the non-hormonal ones. Okay. That is the ones that which goes into our body, like hormones. Okay. To go and have effects on our system. And the ones that do not have any effect on our system. Okay. The ones that do not have effect on our system, that one is not much. Let me take that one first. For example, condom. Okay. It's a popular method we all know. Yeah. Somehow, some people even relate that one to the natural way. Yeah. So you ask somebody, do you use fun planning? No. I'm a Christian. I don't do fun planning. But the person uses condom. Delve into, ask so much question, delve into the person who is using condom. Then if you're using condom, you're also doing family planning. So anything you do by not pouring your sperm as a man into your woman or your lady, you are preventing pregnancy. So you're also doing family planning. Okay. So if my host, you asked me a question that those who do family won't they go to heaven? So you think it is only those who come to the hospital to take family planning who are doing family planning? No. When in your own way, God out there is seeing you, you are withdrawing, you are doing cortis soraptus, you are using condom, you are also doing family planning, my dear. So we are all doing family planning one way or the other. Yes. So that is the condom. So you also call it the barrier method. That is the barrier. It has a barrier it creates a barrier between the man's sperm and the woman's egg. So the condom, you have the female condom as well. I wanted to bring, I think I left it so quick. If I know if I talk about condom, everybody knows condom. And the female condom that is not common, we should have, maybe in our next time, I'll bring it. So the female condom is also just like the male condom. And the male condom, you insert it on an erected penis. So that during the process, the man will release into the sperm, and the condom will hold the sperm so that it do not get into the woman. So like I said, the barrier. So the females own to change mic. The females own to the man will release the you talk. The sperm, the condom is inserted into the woman. Okay. The woman's private parts. So that during intercourse, the man releases and it doesn't get into the woman directly, but the female condom holds it, and at the end of the day, they are disposed. So barrier, it has created a barrier. So the sperm did not get a chance to get into the woman's body, so that it's going to cause pregnancy. Okay. So this is the barrier method, or this is the condom. The condom, so that's. I was talking about the non-hormonal. Yeah. So realize that this has no effect on the human body. Okay. Then the other side, which is a non-hormonal, is the intrauterine device. Okay. Which is the IUD. The IUD. Almighty IUD. I've heard about it. Yes, and people say, hey, there are so many misconceptions about this IUD. Someone was pregnant and the failure rate is 100%. It's not good. When you use it, somebody was pregnant before. No, she was using it and the baby came out with a method. Hey. We can exaggerate. So this is it. Almighty IUD. No, hey, somebody says, hey, this long thing. No, my dear. Hey. Yes, it. Okay. This is that we call it the copper bearing IUD. Wow. So this T shape, you can see the coppers at the horizontal side of the T and the vertical side, some coppers. This is the Almighty IUD. This small, tiny thing is what is placed into the woman's uterus, or if I can call it the womb, and it does mightily. Wow. Is it metal? The copper, you can see it's plastic. The white one you see are plastic, and this is just a strange, and the coppers are the one that you see around it.
Okay.
It's placed into the woman's womb. And this one, what do you call it? Mighty, but small by mighty.
Small by mighty.
It protects us for 10 years.
Wow.
10 years protection.
So it means when you use this one, you can go around 10 years.
Please, yes. Oh. So I'm talking about the condom. When my host said you can go raw, with a condom, it does two ways. We call it a dual protection. That one, in as much as it's protecting us against pregnancy, it is also preventing us from getting sexually transmitted diseases. Infections.
Okay.
So the condom is the only family planning method, or the contraceptive, which prevents us from getting sexually transmitted infections. All the others, when you use them, you get, if your partner is infected or has any of the sexually transmitted infections like gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, almighty white. Hey. Yes. Some people think, no, you get white from men. When if your partner is not faithful and has intercourse with another person, and that lady has white, which we call the candidiasis, and comes again and has sex with you, he will come and pour or come and infect you with whatever chlamydia or candidiasis he picked and infect you with it. Okay. So the condom is the only one that prevents it. So realize that the male's organ is put into that rubber. Yeah. So that's the only method that aside that, all the other family planning method, it doesn't. They only prevent pregnancy. They only cannot prevent STIs from getting sexually transmitted infections. Okay. So this almighty IUD, which is not hormonal. I told you I wanted to take the non-hormonal ones, because these are the ones that people don't have problem with. But the ones that are hormonal, that goes into the body, that goes into our system, that goes into our blood. They are the hormonal ones. They are the ones that people have problems with. Okay. They are the ones that normally cause all my headache, my palpitations, and so many other things will come there. So this IUD is placed. The IUD, you have a hormonal type, a hormonal one too. Okay. But this one is not hormonal. So this is our uterus. I'm very sure my camera is picking this. This is the uterus. Hold the mic for her. A woman's womb. And the IUD will be placed into because of our time. Okay. It's like the way it was inserted initially before I started. So with it inside like this. Can I help you? Time. Don't worry. Okay. Sorry, the string shouldn't be here, should have been in, but because of time. So then it's inserted into this the vagina. So this is our vagina. Okay. So it's inserted into the vagina like this. Okay. It's inserted into the vagina like this. Okay. And it's released. Wow. It has been released. Okay. I hope my camera has picked it. Then that is it. Our IUD is placed into the womb. Okay, I thought it would be placed in the vagina. No. Into the womb. Into the womb. Okay. Into the womb. Sorry. Yes. Wow. Into the womb. Yes. And our strings will be out. Yes, will be in the vagina. Hey, yes. So once you feel it, you feel it. Yes, you will. The work of the string is so that at the end of the day, when you want to remove it, you pull you are not supposed to remove it. Because it was done in the hospital, you come back to the clinical hospital and we will remove it. So this will help us to pull it. Because we don't have to go into your womb again. You have to cut you or other things like it's done during cesarean session. So you just pull the string and it will come. I want to ask a question over here. Okay. When you put the IUD in, the string will be in the vagina. Yes, please. How won't the man feel uncomfortable when you're having sex? Yes, the man, the strings will be rolled under the cervix. Okay. My sister, please help me. So, assume this is our string. After this is done, then we, the health providers, will roll it and fold it. I hope my camera is picking it. It's picking it. Yes. We'll roll it under our cervix, which is the womb neck. Okay. You roll it here, yes. Like I've done. So it doesn't hang.
Okay.
So those of us who are on IUD realize that during menstruation is the only time that we feel the strength. Yes.
Okay.
Why? Because menstruation, there is the blood that is coming out from our uterus.
Okay.
So every content that is in the uterus wants to come out.
Come out.
That is the reason why we feel the strength in our vagina during menstruation. So at the hospital, when it is inserted, we advise you that anytime you feel it, you should still pull the strings
Back
inside.
Okay.
And that will be all. So you asked about the men too. Yes, our men will feel it.
Okay.
Yes. Realize that some of the women came and did it without their husband's consent. And the strings.
Hey.
It's like
Aish.
at the end of the day, the husbands
They're
got to know
exposed.
because the strings, they say when it is the strings in the vagina like this and they send their penis, so it will be your money there.
It will be sweetening
so
them.
you do it without your husband's consent. So it will be sweetening them. So and your husband will get you that you are on something is like in your vagina that is rubbing on his penis, but it's supposed to be pulled under.
So then
inside.
it means this IUD, it can do magical. It can help you in the romance.
Oh, kind of, not really. But this IUD, I'm much concerned about this side, my host. Please bear with me some small time.
Okay.
So some people have the notion, like I said, women, some people say when they are on IUD and they get pregnant, this is what happens.
Okay.
At times, through vigorous sex, you realize that this IUD is supposed to prevent pregnancy.
Okay.
Its main work is that when the sperm is released into the woman, the work of the IUD is to kill the sperms, the copper bearing, those coppers we see. Their work is to kill the sperm. That is so they are like police.
Okay.
Policeman is placed
Advantage point.
Yes, as an entrance to catch you. So the IUD can be associated with that.
Okay.
So that is the work that's supposed to catch the sperm and kill it. So it doesn't even give the sperm the opportunity to even climb up.
Okay.
To where fertilization is supposed to take place. Per the woman's, the natural, how God created us. This is how. Sorry. Yes. Off my camera. So this is how the woman's reproductive system is like. Sorry, my viewers. So you realize that this is the woman's ovary. Whereby release each egg each time.
So that you be explaining.
Each time we ovulate, either the left or the right ovary, and we have the man's organ that is in the vagina. Okay. So when the man erects or when the man ejaculates and releases the sperm, that is the sperm that we are seeing moving. Oh, okay. So when the egg is released and it comes here. It comes here. Yeah. It speaks, and then what we see here are the arms of the uterus, what we call the fallopian tubes. Okay. Yes. Oh, this topic is very, very important. Talking about the fallopian tubes, that is where fertilization takes place. Fertilization doesn't take place in the womb. No. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tubes. So almighty fallopian tubes. So when Shalom, I was talking about.
We shall come back to pregnancy
another time. So we'll talk about that one. But I want us to appreciate the fact that fertilization takes place there. So we're talking about IUD. With the IUD in the womb like this, you realize that the sperm will pass. Where the sperm will pass is where the IUD is standing. So there's no way the sperm will pass. Except, that is where I'm coming to. Except if the IUD is displaced. Okay. If I say displaced, like it is dislocated. It has shifted. Instead of it being in the middle like it is right now, maybe it has shifted to one side.
Okay, so the sperm can dodge.
Thank you, my host. The sperm can dodge or can like pass by the IUD and go from what if you look at if you appreciate my flip
diagram.
So the sperm will pass by. So this is what happens in cases whereby some people say they are on IUD and they are pregnant. Okay. So by the time you come to the hospital and you check, you realize that it has been dislocated or it has dislodged. Okay. Or at times it has even partial removed by expulsion. Yeah. It has even removed from the uterus. That is was placed. Maybe it is here. Okay. Okay. maybe by use the string, for instance, you are pulling at it. When you set your hand, instead of you pulling
To
the
pull
string,
it
maybe
back.
you are pulling the string. So by you pulling the string gradually, then it will dislodge.
Okay.
Other than that, if you leave it the way it's supposed to be, it's going to prevent you from pregnancy.
Okay.
So when you come here complaining of pregnancy, or some people will say they got pregnant, you don't know what they did. So don't just let us listen to them, and you will not come for fun planning or come and do the IUD.
Good.
So
So
that is.
let me show the IUD to my viewers very well. This is the IUD, our first method. It's non-hormonal.
Yes.
Because it doesn't enter our blood. So the IUD is placed inside at the tip of the womb. So it doesn't allow the sperm to enter or go anywhere near
The fallopian
the
tubes.
fallopian tubes to
Where
fertilize the egg.
Thank you.
Because our doctor says fertilization takes place
In
in
the
the fallopian
fallopian
tube
tubes.
before it moves to the womb.
Yes,
So the IUD prevents the spermatozoa from moving to where the egg is.
Yes, for it to
I hope we
fertilize.
are understanding it well. Good. So the
Okay.
next.
The next, and with the IUD, I said we have the hormonal one.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have that one. So with that one, realize that you will see it's something like this. It has hormones. So instead of we seeing the copper, it will be in the tissue form, but you see hormones, like something inside like this.
Okay.
So we have that one. Unfortunately, maybe in our next meeting,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
bring it for you to appreciate it.
Okay.
The time was short for me, so I couldn't get my staffs.
Okay.
So that's about the
The
non-hormonals.
non-hormonal.
Then I'll come to the hormonals. Then since I've removed my jade, let me start with it. We have this. This is the implants,
Okay.
the jadels. Maybe
I think that is what is placed in the arm.
Yes.
Okay.
Initially, it was 6.
Okay.
Yes, 6. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them.
Wow.
Yes, yes. At the inner arm of the. At the inner arm of the
Woman.
the woman, the left hand side. Left because we are all of us are active on our right.
Right.
Except the lefties. If
Okay.
you're a lefty, then you place yours on your right. But if you are, averagely most people we are righties.
Right.
You place it on the left. But if you're a lefty, yours is placed on the left. It's placed there because we're active on our right.
Okay.
Okay. So initial access was 4, but now with advancement in technology and knowledge, it has been reduced to 2, and not even 2, but even now we have 1.
Wow.
But the difference between the 1 and the 2 is that the 2 has 5 years protection.
Okay.
It's protected for 5 years.
5 years.
Yes, please. And the 1 only protects us for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So this means that at the end of 5 years, interval, maybe inserted is 2020. So that means plus 5 years by 2025, you are due.
Wow.
The end of period, you're supposed to come and remove it.
So if after the 5 years I said I will not go and remove it.
Thank you, my sister.
Will I
That's
get
where
pregnant?
another misconception too is.
Okay.
Some people will exceed the time interval they were given, the time they're
Yes.
given, the years they were given, maybe 6 years, maybe 5.5 years, because maybe they forgot or due to other things.
Okay.
Then they'll come with pregnancy and say, but I was on a family planning, you see, it has failed me. But they won't tell you the wule. The actual whatever was at the background of the problem. Maybe they missed, or maybe they've exceeded their time. So this is what happened. So we have the jadel, which is placed at the inner arm
Of the woman.
Okay. Mostly the left because you are righty, and if you are lefty, then it's placed at your right.
Right.
So that if it's not somebody who will go and touch it, when it's there, nobody will see it.
Yeah.
It's placed there. Just as a subcut, you are giving a subcut. And these small tiny rods are placed there.
Inside.
And you are good to go.
So this one, can I remove it at home myself?
No, you can't, please.
Okay.
It's done in the hospital, and for when we are due for removal, it's also done in the hospital.
Okay.
But this one, maybe another thing you should know, is not any surgery, no, my dear viewers. Just a small cut. Then this tiny rod will be inserted under it. The 2 of them. And if it is the single, the one that is just 1 year protection, that one too, this, like you see, you appreciate here, it's inside.
Okay.
That one too is also inside, and it is just placed. It's just give that small cut, then it's just pushed in.
Push them.
Then you are good to go. Then you plaster it, and that's all. And
Okay.
to give you that protection.
Okay.
So
Wow.
then another thing about them is, if you say 10 years, like the IUD, that doesn't mean by force, by fire, 10 years. No, If for anything or for any reason you want to remove it, even after a year,
You
are
can
free
come
to
and remove it.
Yes.
Okay.
Likewise,
The Jadel.
the Jadels, the implanters. If you want to remove it after a year, 6 months, 3 months, you can come and remove it. Doesn't mean strictly by force. It has to be there, even if you're having challenges or problem. No. So that's about the hormonals. Then quickly to the injections. Family planning, they are so good in the sense that, when it comes to medicine, some people like medicine and some people also prefer injections. So we have injections and we have the oral, like the tablets
Pills.
we take in, what we call pills. Fortunately, I don't have that one too. I think I released it, but rushing, I missed it on my way. So the injections, it's also this one too. You have 1 month and 3 months. And at the moment, what we have in the market is the 3 months injections.
Okay.
So this one to this hormonal, you are injected at the upper, either the left or the right upper arm or your buttocks.
Wow.
And it protects us for 3 months.
Okay.
So this means that every 3 months you have to come for the injections. And with the tablets, which serves the same purpose to that one too, you are giving the tablet, which is a 3-month cycle tablet.
Tablets, okay.
If I brought you have seen
So
it.
every day you
take
take
it every
one.
day, and you shouldn't miss a pill. Like I said, it's either you don't. There are some people who say after injection they have to take the tablets, or others who will say I can't take drugs, or I don't like taking medicines. So then you go for the injections. Then some will say at injection, I don't have time. I will even forget. So if you are like that,
go for the Jadel.
Go for these ones. So when it is there,
free.
You don't have to just be conscious of yourself. Hey, 3 months, 3rd January, I'll go for injection. Hey, 3rd this, I have to do this. Or maybe with the pills or the medications, where I have to be taking it every time. Because with the oral medication, if it is, you take it 7 a.m., 8 p.m., you should be constant with the time.
Wow.
Take it every day.
Hey.
Maybe like me here right now, because having this program, maybe I'm supposed to take it. Have I not missed it?
You've missed this.
You've missed it. So you consider your lifestyle to see which one will suit you.
Okay.
If you think you can't make it, you can't. So you can even choose a time, maybe 9 p.m. later. So all things being by 9 p.m. Whether
you should be in the house.
I would be in the house. Then maybe take it at that time.
Okay.
So that's with the pills, and with the injections to the same. So if you know you can't go along with the pills or the injection, then you go for this. The 2 years protection. That's the Jadel, or the next planner, which is 1 year. And 3 years protection.
3 years.
But 1 rod. And with 2 rods, 5 years protection. Or the IUD, which gives us 10 years protection. So the IUD is the copper bearing, the one have here. And we also have the levonorgestrone, which is hormonal. It's hormonal bearing, like that's hormone. So that one, when it goes into your body, these are, because it goes into our body and goes to our system, these are the ones that we get effects from. Definitely, there's no way you introduce something into your body and you don't feel it, you don't see the effects. You will, definitely you will. That is why some of us will say headache, I have headache, I have nausea, I have lots of appetite, I have this, I have palpitations, so many
side
effects. I'm not saying they have this, like these complaints usually come from us.
Because it's normal.
Yes, because this thing is entering our body. And this, we don't just, another part of this company, we just don't give it to anybody. You can't say, oh, I just saw my sister talk about it. It has 3 years. I want to use this or no.
Okay.
Or I want to do this or no. We have something we call the medical eligibility criteria.
Okay.
That's the wheel. We take your record. You come to the hospital, we take your record, we check your blood pressure.
Okay.
There's so many things that go into it. If you have maybe a pre-existing condition, all these things are taken into consideration before you are put on a method. Especially the hormonal methods. So you just don't give you a method. No. So you come to the hospital and all these things are done before you are given a method. So that is about the method. I think if
wow. She has said almost all. She has said it all. Let me just say it like that. She has said it all. So please, we've learned so many methods. Go to the hospital, let them do tests for you. Let them check the one which will be good for you, and then choose your method. She has explained, she has given us that there is the best.
We take you through what we call counseling.
Good.
So at the counseling level, all these methods are laid before you.
Okay.
Then you are made to make an informed choice. Okay. The word there is informed. Meaning you've been informed about all these methods.
Good.
To know the side effects, what this one does, what this one doesn't do. then you make an informed choice. We don't.
You don't force.
We
Okay.
don't impose on our clients. No.
Okay.